Max Advantage Plus.
All right, real quick, there's a bunch of people in the back, so if any of you still want to offer up your seat, I'm not this good of a Samaritan to keep asking me to tell you guys that. So, raise of hands real quick. You guys in the back, look for the hands raised. There's seats next to them if you want to go sit somewhere. Up to you. We can't block the doors, though. That's the one thing they told me to say. Okay, instead of doing introductions, they just did it for you, and we don't have very much time, so I want to get right into it. I know asking you what technology assists you in making sure your business or your brokerage runs well is a very vague question, but I know each of you specifically use something that works really, really good for you. And again, you can pick their brains after tonight at the bar. So let's start with you, Amanda. Tell me what makes you run so efficiently and has led to your success.
Well, I would say we keep things really centralized. We use a great CRM, and a couple of the products that we specifically are Follow-Up Boss, Lion Desk, and we get a lot of portal leads in, so it's integrating it into one place, and then having platforms in place that we can implement with our follow-up and really assist us in that.
Okay, Sarah?
So I really think that my business is about the human element and relationships, so I look for technology that can supplement that. So things like BombBomb, advertising on Facebook and keeping in front of my clients, and then we use conversion as well for my agents, and that's been a really great platform for us.
Let me ask you, I do want to get your team. Tell me a little bit about it so that they can relate to one of you on the stage.
So I ran another team, and I actually just left about 8 weeks ago and started my own team. So we have 3 of us right now, bringing on about 3 more in the next couple of weeks, and we'll probably hopefully do 250 transactions by the end of 2018 starting out.
That's amazing. Go ahead, Gus.
Great. So at Redefy, we're across 21 markets, and we built our own CRM, and it's basically an end-to-end solution from the second that a contact comes in till when after it closes and manages the whole transaction. So it's really kind of a robust solution that's all integrated together in one solution that does it. So.
Okay. Amanda, let me ask you. I know, well, tell me a little bit about your team, first of all, and then what are the types of technology that you're using specifically that you literally could not live without?
So I have 17 agents in addition to myself. I also have an admin staff of 3, soon to be 4. And then we're opening up into expansion markets in the next couple of months. Scott was just up here from Facebook. Facebook has been huge for us. And like Sarah was saying, it allows us to stay in front of people but still have that human connection because we have somebody monitoring our business page that can respond immediately when a lead comes in. Another thing that I couldn't live without, like I said, is a really good CRM. Something that helps us nurture the lead. It still does take that human interaction, but something that does that automatically for us so that we can respond basically once it warms something back up for us.
And what CRM is that?
We use Lion Desk and Follow-Up Boss.
Okay, so both work well together. That's your go-to. Okay, and what about you?
So Conversion has their own back-end or CRM in it, and I really like it. I bought the broker product for my team, and the reasoning behind that is because they can then designate everything on their own. They can do their own drip campaigns, they can write their own emails, that kind of stuff, so it's branded to them, and it really shows through on their personalities. They can also buy a la carte leads, so I place ads every month, and I can give them so many leads, but they can also supplement them, so if one of my agents isn't busy enough and they want to do a little extra spend, they can do it that way. And then BombBomb is probably our biggest conversion tool that my agents use. We're super successful with that because those millennials that don't answer their phones, we can still get face-to-face with them by texting them, emailing them, going through Facebook with the app.
Let me ask you a question. The onboarding process, because we're all excited when we buy a new product, like you guys are going to love it. It's the best thing ever. And then we introduce it to our agents, and they're like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. I want something better. At least that happens sometimes in my office. And I'm like, I'm paying so much. Please use it. You should like it a lot. How do you, does that happen to you?
Definitely a learning curve because they had used other backends before, but I've done a lot of training with them on it. I sit down with them weekly on it at our team meeting and kind of go through it since it's a new thing that we're using. But conversion support has been really helpful too. I mean, I have one lady that calls me pretty much 3 times a week just to check in and see how things are going, and she is really giving me a lot of tips and tech tools and stuff with it so that I pass that on to the agents. And I have a private Facebook group for my team so that I put a lot of that information in there so that they can see it and it's available. They can go in and search search it at any time.
Okay, awesome. And that's when we talk about technology, we're talking about everything, all the way to Facebook and how Facebook is assisting you guys with your private groups to, make sure that you man your team well. So tell me a little bit more about what you're using.
Sure. There's two major products we're using right now that's really kind of changed our business. The first is called CompCurve. I know they're here up in Startup Valley, and it's a great tool for recruiting agents. That's a big pain point when we open up a market into places, getting the right agents in the right place. So this is a really usable and visual aid to find, what is the top producing agent in that zip code, what do they do, what do they like to do. And the next is for our agents. So we purchase leads as well, and it's nice to augment the leads that go to the agents. And what we found is that a new company, you can look at it, it's called Relabid, R-E-L-A-B-I-D. And you can go on and buy a lead that's been pre-qualified from a call center at any point in any zip code. And it's just, you can auction it off or you can just buy it. And our agents are loving it. And we poll our agents too to figure out what solutions they're using. So we'll send out email surveys and things like that and say, hey, would it be worth it for our company to integrate with this? Hey, a lot of you guys are saying to use this. So, kind of listening to your agents and then kind of reacting to it. Because technology that's not used is pointless. It can be the coolest thing in the world, but if nobody uses it, who cares?
That's true. I will say, personally, all of us in this industry, if our personal lives are kind of like running out of control, it really affects what we do because they're one and the same. Is there anything that you use, personally that, flows into your business? Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I would say having a good calendar integration, and I was thinking when you were talking about leads too, we also use something called Ylopo, and it integrates everything in and will send us reminders, and you can even set through Follow Up Boss stuff that pops into your calendar. And so for me, if it's not in my calendar, it truly doesn't exist. So I live and die by my calendar, and something that sends you good reminders for your business or your personal stuff. So having tech that will integrate into your calendar, into your personal life as well, I found helps me keep a handle on all of it. And we'll probably do about 300 transactions this year.
I have a feeling that you're really good at time management. She has 3 kids and just did an Ironman, last week, and you're here still standing, which that deserves a round of applause that we don't have time for. Okay. Anyway, so tell me what the app was you just said that you used.
Well, so I use Ylopo, and it integrates with Follow Up Boss, and those set you reminders in your calendar, and it integrates with my Google Calendar. So my Google Calendar is hacked, but my whole team has access to it. And it calls in the lead reminders as well as my personal life reminders, and just keeps it all streamlined in one place.
Nice. What about you?
I use Google Calendar too. That is the way to go for me. And then it actually, Conversion does all my Gmail correspondences and everything. It connects with that as well. So all of my appointments, all of my reminders, everything all goes in there along with my personal life too.
It's so funny because I know a lot of you are like, give me a break. Yeah, I know about Google Calendars. However, you guys are still searching for something better, every day. I know there's something new that just came out, but it really works. It
There's
works
a lot that integrates.
Yeah, every day more. I agree. And tell me about
Sure.
you.
So my biggest kind of crush during the day from technology real estate is pretty hard. I'm sure every broker out there who has to pay people knows that, right? So whatever you can do to get your cash flows right and going forward, and then that also adjusts your marketing spend. So based off of our conversion, based off of our cash flows, we adjust our marketing spend for our agents. And that's, something that I monitored right before I got up here, just to make sure everything was right. So.
Sounds fun. Sure does. All right, you are on BombBomb all the time, right? Love it. Tell me exactly, because I want some good takeaways for the audience. How are you pushing that out? How are you using it in your everyday business?
Oh, so I use it for all of my leads, so every lead follow-up, that kind of stuff, but I also use it with buyers and with listings. So after I leave a buyer, after I'm out showing them properties, I'll do a follow-up BombBomb to them right from my car, from my phone, just saying, hey, I know you liked property B the best, let me know what questions you have, I'll get those answered for you. Or even when I leave a listing appointment sitting in their driveway, if I didn't get it signed, thanking them for letting me come out, and I'll look forward to talking to them. So I'm pretty relentless with the BombBombs and how many I send out per day.
I love that we all are the BombBombs, and maybe some people don't know what they are. Is anybody here? Everybody here is here from BombBomb, right? Is Steve here? I don't know. It's a video platform. It's really amazing and cool. I'm sure they're here somewhere. So tell me, with what you're using, how are you integrating it in, specifically to make it work? So Follow Up Boss, you have it. All your leads are pushed there, and then do you have someone scrubbing them from there, and then it's pushed out to your agents, like a round robin type thing?
Yeah, they're pushed out to our agents. And I think, again, what my big theme is, keep everything centralized. As real estate agents, we're really, really great at pinging around from thing to thing to thing.
Yeah.
Pick a few things that you're going to do really well and drive those home. So don't have this starry-eyed effect of, I'm gonna try this and this and this. Choose something and really do it well, and keep it as centralized as possible so you're not logging into 18 different platforms every day.
I agree. Tell me, I don't want to lose that personal interaction that we have with our clients. I know we talked about that a lot earlier today. How are you mixing in that personal contact, with technology?
Sure. Yeah. So one of the things that we've built is a really adaptive email campaign that comes from our agents. Now, at any point, the agent is CC'd on it and can pick up a personal interaction, but it does the work for them, right? So if they have a client that comes onto our site and they're already registered, then it sends out an email. Hey, I saw you look at this home on blah 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 from John Smith. And multiple campaigns, multiple different types of content for that. But the agent gets CC'd on that. The email goes back to the agent if the user replies. That way, agents are so busy they don't need to do that first interaction, and then they can be personal with their client when it's the right client who's ready to do business.
Right. And with you, it seems, BombBomb does that.
Yep, it definitely does do that, and then, I use Facebook really heavily, not just for the advertising and that kind of stuff to stay in front of my clients, but I snoop on them on there, and I write 5 handwritten cards every morning, and I really try to make sure that I'm touching on some element of their life that I could see out on Facebook, like I've actually been paying attention to them, but I go on and I look at it, oh, you ran a marathon, or you guys had a baby, and I mention that in the handwritten cards that I do. So I use the technology to stay in touch with them and then actually do traditional things with it, so.
Very nice. And Amanda, tell me, because we're about to run out of time, but how do you make sure that personal interaction is always in your business? And also, when you did, you pushed that Iron Man so hard in a good way. I bet your clients and your sphere were like, oh, that's so cool, and probably started reaching out to you for that. So do you see that as your main way of generating new business through technology, through Facebook, and so on?
I would say probably the best way that we generate the business is to capture it quickly. Be super, super responsive. When a lead comes in, doesn't matter what platform it's from, respond immediately. And if you can't personally respond, have technology in place. That's one of the reasons I like some of these platforms like Line comes in. It automatically texts them for us. And so, yes, it's great because someone can reach out to me and we're responding right away, whether it's myself or one of my agents. And so, from a personal note, I didn't keep it a secret from my clients that I was pushing something big like that, but it also keeps you personable. People like knowing that you're a real person too.
And it's automatic. So we're out of time. I wanted to go through each of you really quick and just the 2 top pieces of technology that you're using right now. Go ahead.
Yeah. Comp Curve and Relevant.
Go ahead.
BombBomb and Conversion.
I would say probably Lion Desk and YLopo is what I use the most.
How do you spell that?
YLopo, YLOPO.
I'm so in the dark. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you guys very, very much. We really appreciate you being here. That's it, guys.
Real estate agents are super busy. Whether it's sitting through meetings, rushing from site to site, responding to clients, or even moving their signs, they are missing their online leads. The solution is here. Homes. Homes is a messaging bot that can capture leads through conversation and can respond to clients with the right info right away. As realtors go throughout their day, they can rest assured that Homes will handle it.